Hey, welcome to another episode of Beers, Jack of Barbecue. So, looking back at all the things we shot, we've only been doing this less than a year and a half, but we have, I don't know how many up there, 40 some shots up there. And we never did just plain old ribeyes on the Weber Kettle. So, today, plain old ribeyes on the Weber Kettle, but as everybody should know by now, ribeyes are my favorite. And these are just choice, but they got a lot of nice marbling, so that's kind of why I picked them. Like I said, got two beautiful steaks. Gonna probably do them a little different this time. I'm actually gonna probably just put them right over the coals initially, sear them about 2 minutes aside, and then just let them finish off to about 120 degrees before taking them off the grill and letting them rest and cutting into them. But just figured I'd do something simple and easy today. It's March. We just shot an episode last week. I'm not sure when it actually will come out, and not even sure when this one comes out, but it was 25 degrees. We had about 5 inches of snow on the ground yet. 1 week later, 61 degrees outside and a beautiful day. So feels like springtime. Gonna probably do the finish on the outside and then get the grill fired up, and we'll see you out there. All right, so I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just going to baste them with a little bit of butter. And that's when I'm going to start the searing process with this. Got to try to get a good crust going. What I didn't mention in there before was I dry brined them overnight. So for 24 hours they sat with just, I actually used kosher salt and let them brine overnight. That's why they had such a nice color. I'm going to get them right over the flames now. And we're going to go a minute aside. Then I'm going to flip them. So once I do it, I'm actually going to spin the grate around, butter the other side, and then flip them back over. Like I said, we're just going to do a minute aside, and then I'm going to spin it, get the butter on the other side, spin it, and then we'll bring it back just for another minute on each side, and then I'm going to bring them to the indirect side just to let them finish off to about 120 degrees. All right, that's about a minute. Just going to get the butter on these now. A little bit of sticking here. I should have did a little something to my rack before I did this, but that's all right. Go a minute that side. All right, spin them around. Go another minute. I don't know if you can hear the geese flying over, but prime time in springtime here, so those are just regular geese. The snow geese have been flying over like crazy the past 3 weeks. All right, here we are, another minute. Looking nice. All right, so that's the last minute. So we did 2 minutes aside. I'm gonna get a probe into this, just so I can monitor the inside temperature. Gonna close the grill down and just let them finish off. All right, just hit 100 degrees. Decided to flip them just to kind of get an even, make sure everything's even here. They look perfect. We're gonna pull them off at 115 degrees. So that should only be a couple more minutes, then we're gonna let them rest about 10 minutes at least. And I'm gonna probably tend them just to let them, because we're outside and it's 60 degrees outside, so a little bit cooler than indoors temperature. So we'll see you shortly. All right, gonna get ready to pull them off here. Pull them off just before 115, so we're like at 112 now. I know before when we've done steaks, pull them off, let them rest, they rose about 10 degrees. We're shooting for about 125, and we're okay if it's a little lower than that. So, boy, they look nice. That's gonna be good. We'll cut into these things and show you what they look like, but I'm gonna let them rest about 10 minutes first. As always, cheers. Tasty beer, middle of March, 60 degrees, outside for the first time in 2019. Can't beat it right now. I'm looking forward to springtime. So, like I said, we never shot just regular ribeyes on the Weber Kettle. So today, got two beautiful ribeyes here. Trying them a little bit differently instead of the reverse sear, which I normally been doing, and I really like that method. Just did it with some butter on each side, a minute for each side, 2 times. And then I just pulled it off, put a probe in it, got it to about 113 degrees, left them rest. So it brought them up to 123 degrees. So it gained about 10 degrees just by sitting, kind of expecting that. So we like to eat our steak around 125 degrees. So here they are, they look fantastic. What I didn't mention in the beginning, and I mentioned it while I was cooking, but I did dry brine them overnight, so 24 hours, kosher salted them, put them on a rack in the refrigerator, let them sit for 24 hours. Brought them out about an hour and a half before I put them on the grill, so I let them come up almost to room temperature, and then put them right onto the fire with the, like I said, with the butter. So, gonna cut into this, see how we did. I said these were just choice cut, but had a lot of nice marbling. Oh, that's a beautiful looking medium rare there. And now the fun part, I get to try it. Looks nice and juicy. Wow, that has some really good flavor. I just love, to me, the dry brining overnight is the key thing. And then getting a nice crust on it with the butter we did this time. Got a nice crust on it. Probably once a meat, I might add a little bit of pepper to it. I didn't do that during the cook. I was just trying it without this time. But these steaks are going to be good. Cameraman Jack's going to be happy to eat a steak once he gets done with all his other work here before we start eating. So if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell, get the reminders every time we put a video out, which, like I said, is typically every 2 weeks. And share it with your friends. And we'll see you next time.
Just don't lift off the screen. It just goes straight in. Ready?
So this is the first time I'm doing this?
With you sometimes, yeah, just like the first time.